And we join the game in action here, live from Pinholster Court in the Duro Fieldhouse. Shawn Michaels here. Apologies for the late start today. Never understand where traffic is going to come from in Atlanta. An hour and a half to get what normally would take me about 40 minutes or less to be here. So we apologize, but we are off and running here. 4-1 LaGrange taking on 4-1 Oglethorpe. Stormy Petrels right now in the first period, 2:18 to go with a 13-9 lead. Jessica Tanos immediately, as I come on board for the broadcast, comes up with a steal, kicks it to the corner, and Briley Elder now going to back things back out. We'll set everything up at the end of the quarter and really get you going. Gatanos from downtown for three. That's going to be off the mark. The ball's going to be taken out of bounds there. LaGrange is going to allow that one to go out of bounds. We'll have a substitutions on the floor. Allison Hoffman going to come in, also Mia Havica, and you are going to have Gabby Hudson on the floor with Malia Melton and Briley Elder. For LaGrange on the floor right now, number 35, Bobby Whitaker. In the backcourt, number 3, you're going to have Brittany Chavez, and there's going to be a layup taken underneath. And that one's going to be for number 21, Kendra Roberts. Hudson now off in the corner. She's going to drive in. LaGrange playing man-to-man. Gabby going to have that one go off the back rim. 13-11 the score here. 1:47 to go in the first period. Chavez going to kick that one across. Roberts going to drive in, pull up, and that's back-to-back buckets for Roberts. Roberts, a 5'7" junior guard out of Warner Robs, Georgia. Plays in Houston County. We're all tied at 13 apiece. A little staggered set right here. Nice backdoor cut by Havica, and she's going to be fouled underneath by Skylar Edwards. Really good high post set there where you have Malia Melton right at the foul line. Could play facilitator a la Bam Adebayo with the Miami Heat. Can turn and face and drive, and Malia does a really good job with that, or can set up Mia for the backdoor cut. Havica's first free throw up and good. Now 14-13. Malia leading the way with 6 points for Oglethorpe. Jessica Tanos has 3. Kamaria Rivera with 2. Kendra Roberts with 4. You have Layla Battle. She has 3. And then Zahia Johnson, she's got 2 for LaGrange. As I mentioned, both programs coming in at 4-1. LaGrange coming off an 80-63 win over Principia. They also were able to beat Swanee 77-53. Only loss of the year was at Emory 85-64. 3-ball on the way. That's going to be off the back iron. Rebound up and no good, and Rivera going to snatch that one away and look for an outlet. Hoffman now, 4-on-3 opportunity for Oglethorpe. She's going to get it to Hudson. Pass a little bit high. Gabby able to corral it, but unfortunately for her, takes a step. Oglethorpe coming off 3 wins in a row. Ferrum, the last time we were on the air, 70-61. They went on the road in Danville and took out Warren Wilson 88-65, and then a 90-52 win over Averett University. So the Petrels right now, Stormy Petrels, sitting at 4-1. They're in a little bit of a 2-3 zone, but a backdoor cut there and a layup up and good for number 11, Zahia Johnson. And it's all tied at 15 with 10 to go here in the first period. High screen from Rivera. Hoffman going to drive in, have that one blocked, and then steps out of bounds. Good block underneath by number 21, Kendra Roberts. 3.7 to go. Coach Ritchie barking out instructions to pick up full court, not give up an easy shot. Chavez going to inbound it right now to number 1, Emma Turner. And that's going to be the end of the first period. Chavez going to dribble it out, and there'll be a timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout to kind of get our bearings set about us, but it's 15-15 between Oglethorpe and LaGrange here on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. We're back here on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. Start of the second period, Oglethorpe and LaGrange all tied at 15 apiece. Got you caught up on the scoring leaders early on. It's Malia Melton leading the way with 6 and Jessica Tanos with 3. Mia Havica has 2 as well, and then Kendra Roberts leading the way with 3 right now for LaGrange. Layla Batee as well. She's got 3. Ball tipped away. Taken up top right now by number 21, Kendra Roberts. That 3 going to be up and good. Brittany Chavez, a 5'7" junior guard out of Birmingham, Alabama, knocks that one down. And LaGrange now with an 18-15 lead. Motion offense. Kamaria has that one go off the back rim. Rebounded. Nice pass by Hoffman. And Kamaria has that one stripped away by number 11, Zahia Johnson, who goes coast to coast, and Coach Ritchie not going to be happy with that. Johnson came up with the steal underneath and was able to just go unimpeded coast to coast right down the floor, and a 20-15 lead for LaGrange. And see the athleticism right now as the Panthers in a man-to-man, but they back off Malia Melton, and she turns it over, trying to bounce pass back door. We're going to get a traveling violation there on number 21, Kendra Roberts. She had the pass come to her from Emma Turner and took a step before she could get the ball down on the ground. Nice contingency of LaGrange fans here infiltrating this entire side. I say that with all due respect. I have no problem with them being here. But they're always over here by the broadcast position. Hoffman with a 3 ball. That's going to come off the back rim. Rivera rebounds, no good. Gets her own rebound again, and then has it stripped away underneath by Skylar Edwards. And LaGrange kind of on the secondary break here. And we're going to get an offensive foul called. Offensive foul on Emma Turner. She's going to have, look like the off arm pushing off. Checking in is going to be Jessica Tanos. Oglethorpe right now struggling a little bit from the three-point line. Just 1 of 6 from downtown. Just 6 of 23 overall. You can tell LaGrange is a very athletic ball club. Part of the reason they're 4-1 on the year. Gatanos going to get a high screen, dribble off of it, look for Malia Melton. Malia going to drive in, and they're going to call an offensive foul on her. Good defensive positioning there by Brittany Chavez, who slid her feet nicely towards the baseline and took away Malia's drive. We're going to get a couple of substitutions here. Havica going to check out. Coming in for the first time, Anna Kanza, and also Briley Elder going to check in as well. And we're going to have a little 2-2-1 full court pressure from Oglethorpe to try to pick up some defense. Current 9-0 run for LaGrange. And they're going to drop back into a 2-3 sort of matchup zone. Kanza and Gatanos up top. Elder going to play a wing. Pull-up jumper up, and that's going to be off the mark. Malia going to push it the other way. Find Gatanos in the corner. Gatanos going to look underneath and have that one knocked away by Kendra Roberts again. Roberts all over the floor early on here in the first half. Playing really good defensively. Elder now going to inbound, little box set action. They're going to look underneath to Rivera. One dribble over the right shoulder, has that one off the mark. Kamaria off just a little bit so far today. And LaGrange again looking to push the ball. They're going to get the shot they want, and they're going to get an offensive foul. This one called on Zahia Johnson, 5'7" guard out of Homerville, Georgia. Checking back in is going to be 35, Bobby Whitaker, 6'2" out of Flowery Branch, went to Cherokee Bluff. Oglethorpe scoreless now for about the last 4+ minutes of basketball. Got some quality shots. Elizabeth Lewitt going to check in, and Malia Melton going to drive right down the lane and lay it up and in for her 8th point. C kind of parted there, and they're going to stay in this 2-2-1. Full court press, and then it looks like they'll drop back into a 2-3 zone. Melton now going to play at center. 3 ball on the way, going to be long. Rebounded there by Gatanos. She's going to be pressured in the backcourt. They have double team Jess. She's going to have to look to get rid of it. Finds Malia, and then Jess gets tackled. Elder wide open three off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Kanza. Back out to Gatanos. Gatanos three up, and that's going to rim in and out. And a rebound taken by Emma Turner, who's now going to push, and LaGrange has numbers again. That's going to be Bobby Whitaker, have that one knocked out of her hands and out of bounds and underneath. Subbing back in, number 22, Taylor Smith. 6'3" freshman forward out of Birmingham, Alabama. Bobby Whitaker going to check out. 1-4 real high set for LaGrange. I've not seen that one before. Three ball going to go off the top of the backboard. Rebound taken, thrown up, no good. And Elder going to come away with the board. Gatanos now, a little bit of a secondary break here. Going to swing that across. Elder going to head fake, and she's going to come up with the travel. Didn't get the puppy set. Going a little bit out of control here. Subbing in now, number 4, Amanda McClendon going to sub in. 20-17 your score. 6:16 to go here in the first half. Remember, it's 4 10-minute quarters. There is no 1-and-1. 5 fouls means 2 free throws in each quarter. Neither team in any kind of foul trouble. Three ball going to be fired away, and that's going to rim in and out. Fight for it underneath. Elder gets down on the floor, and it's going to be taken. They're going to get a foul called, I believe, on Elizabeth Lewick. Johnson went up for the shot and got hacked across the right arm. She's going to get rewarded with 2 shots. Johnson did go to Clinch County High School. Played 26 games, 24 starts, averaged 15.2 points a game on the season. Had a career-high 29 on the road last year against Maryville. Was the CCS Player of the Week once on the year. She was also a member of the CCS All-Conference First Team. This year averaging 20 points a game on 54%. She goes 0 for 2 at the foul line, grabs her own rebound, and knocks it in off the backboard. Free throw was missed so short, barely grazed the rim, went right back to Johnson. We're going to look underneath to Rivera. Rivera gets great position and just has that one skip off the front rim. I don't usually see Kamaria miss many of these, and Chavez going the other way. Turner going the other way. Going to throw that one out of bounds. Checking in Carly Bell. Going to go in for Briley Elder. A little veteran leadership to get Carly on the floor. Kamaria struggling from the field. Something you don't see Kamaria Rivera do very often. Usually when she gets the ball underneath, it is almost automatic. Lewick back to the top. Kanza going to fire a deep three. That's going to go front rim and rebounded out of there by Taylor Smith. LaGrange, every time they get it, they are looking to push. Shot going to go up and in. And Johnson once again, leading scorer of the team. They're going to get it to Rivera. This is going to be double, triple team. Kanza swings it one more time. Three ball on the way, and that's going to be good. Good shot out of the corner by Carly Bell, 5'7" senior out of Scottsboro, Alabama, to make it 24-20 in favor of the Panthers. 2-2-1 pressure. Going to drop back into a 2-3. Coach Ritchie looking for some three-point shooting. They're going to get a traveling violation on Layla Battle. Kind of drugged that back foot. Battle went to Campbell High School right here locally in Smyrna, Georgia. We'll get a timeout on the floor. We'll take one with them. Score is currently 24-20 in favor of LaGrange on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. And we're back on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. John Michaels. Give us a follow on all social media platforms. You can follow me as well at John Michaels U. Oglethorpe down 24-20. It's going to be Kanza Hoffman back in the game. Malia Melton, Kamaria Rivera, and Carly Bell. Interesting, they have Rivera playing out on the wing. Melton now going to go from the high post and drive right down and get whacked and fouled. And she's going to be rewarded with a couple of free throws. And I really like that set for Coach Ritchie. You get your best post player in Kamaria Rivera, pull her away, and she is a capable jump shooter. And allow Malia Melton to hold the ball at the top of the key where she really can operate. Malia is really good going to that right side, putting her head down and getting to the basket. She'll be rewarded here with a couple of free throws. First free throw going to rattle around and in. Cut the lead down to 3. Oglethorpe shooting just 26% from the field. Neither team shooting the 3 ball very well. Both have a couple, 2 apiece. Melton's second one going to come up short. I think that's going to be tipped out of bounds, and it is. It's going to be off of Skylar Edwards. Oglethorpe will retain possession down on the baseline. Kanza now going to trigger the inbound play. Box set. They're going to find Rivera, who head fakes, and they're going to get a foul down on the floor. I believe going to be the 4th team foul. Foul called on number 22, Taylor Smith. Rivera went with the head fake. So the next foul that LaGrange commits, and they're going to go right back to Rivera. Kanza with a 3. That's going to go off the back rim. Melton comes flying in for the rebound, and they're going to reset. Hoffman going to fire a quick 3 off the back of the rim and no good. Rebound snatched out of there by Amanda McClendon, and that's going to be another turnover for LaGrange. Trying to go too fast. Layla Battle firing ahead, and that one just went a little too high and a little too deep, and the Panthers turn it over, and the Stormy Petrels will come back the other way. Oglethorpe now just 2 of 12 from downtown. And that's how you get things done. Malia Melton right from the foul line. And again, that's sort of been the answer right now for Coach Ritchie. Finding Malia at the foul line and letting her operate. And she's done a really good job of that, leading the Stormy Petrels and scoring 3 ball on the way. That's going to be off the back of the rim. Kamaria Rivera's got it. Hoffman going the other way. She's going to have that layup come up just short. 24-23 the score. Malia Melton leading the way with 11. Rebound pumped, no good by McClendon. Now we're going to have a scuffle down on the floor, and if it's going to be possession arrow, it's going to be possession arrow Oglethorpe, and that's exactly what it's going to be. Really like that set that Alex Ritchie is running right now, and it's basically Malia either at the head of the key or at the foul line, spreading 4 shooters around, including Kamaria Rivera, who is a very capable 3-point shooter, and just allowing Malia to go one-on-one either to the right or the left side and operate. Next foul for LaGrange will put Oglethorpe into the bonus. Oglethorpe right now with 2 fouls in the quarter. Rivera now going to get it and drive in and lay it up just short. And they're going to call a traveling violation, interesting, on Taylor Smith. She slipped as she went for the rebound. And Kamaria Rivera, who is normally just unbelievable for Oglethorpe right now, 1 of 9 from the floor, and has missed, since I've been here, at least 5 point-blank shots that she normally makes. LaGrange a little bit quicker. Oglethorpe a little bit of the size advantage. 2 very evenly matched ball clubs. Hoffman going to take it. She's going to drive in, kick it out to Gabby Hudson. Hudson's 3 ball up, going to be off the mark, and rebound snatched out of there by Battle. And we're going to get a foul on, kind of a frustration foul on Allison Hoffman in the backcourt. 2:49 to go, second period. 24-23 your score. Oglethorpe staying in this 2-2-1. Really just trying to make LaGrange slow the tempo. Not really caused a turnover out of it yet, but again, it takes 8 seconds to really get the offense initiated. And LaGrange, and then just as I say that, there is a turnover. Elder going to pick it up. She's going to drive all the way in, have that one blocked And they're going to call a foul. Kendra Roberts called for that. I'm not sure about that one. I thought she got all ball on that. Again, I'm looking through it with black and gold glasses on, but that looked pretty clean to me. Elder, though, going to be rewarded with a couple of free throws. Briley on the day 0 for 2 from the floor, but pure on that first free throw. Can really shoot the ball. Second free throw up, and that's going to be good as well. 25-24. Oglethorpe now on an 8-0 run to take the lead. They're going to stick with this 2-2-1 pressure. And with Gabby Hudson up top, you really got to be careful with as good a defense as Gabby's able to play. And the size of Allison Hoffman, something Oglethorpe didn't have a year ago. You're talking about 5'8" and 5'10" at the guard positions, up top in the 2-3 zone, and now just 10 on the clock, and there's a turnover. Melton's got it, 2-on-1 break, 3-on-1. She's going to give it up to Hoffman, who's going to lay it off the glass and in. We're going to get a 30-second timeout. Oglethorpe right now on a 10-0 run to take the lead. They lead 27-24 over LaGrange right here on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. Back on the Oglethorpe Sports Network, Malia Melton leading the way, 5 of 8 from the floor, 11 points to go along with 3 rebounds. She has an assist as well. LaGrange on the hop. Ball's going to be dribbled into traffic. Almost turned over. It is turned over. Gabby Hudson comes up with the steal. Gabby going the other way with the left hand and the foul. Gabby Hudson gets the steal, the hoop, and the harm. And a 12-0 run right now for the Stormy Petrels. This is what Coach Ritchie really wanted out of this 2-2-1. Pressure, 2-3 zone, force dribblers to dribble in between a couple of defenders. Hudson's free throw up, rolls around and off and rebounded by Amanda McClendon, but they go right back 2-2-1. Gabby almost comes up with a steal again. Almost, now we're going to get, nope, Gabby with a good closeout. Now you get an open three from the corner. That's going to be off the mark from Emma Turner and rebounded by Allison Hoffman. Hoffman, she's going to turn it over, dribble it off her leg, taken the other way by Amanda McClendon, who now stops. Gives it back up. Layup up and good for Layla Battle. Battle kind of squeezed in there with the right hand off the glass. That's the first basket in about 5 minutes for the Panthers. They cut the lead now 29-26. Bell with the ball. Melton, feet were on the line. That's going to come off the back rim. Rebounded again by McClendon. Stolen by Hoffman. No foul. And actually they're going to call a late foul. Hoffman going to be rewarded with free throws. She earned them. She got hacked, came up with the steal, and then got whacked across the arm. Subbing in now for LaGrange, number 15, Annika Bonds. Kamaria Rivera back in. Carly Bell getting a bunch of high fives. Briley Elder going to check out as well. Mia Havica going to check back in. 29-26. Hope everybody's having a happy Thanksgiving week. Hoffman's first free throw off the front rim. Hope everybody's safe out there. Traffic in Atlanta is brutal today with the rain. Second free throw up, and that one's going to be good, and a 30-26 lead. Like I said, I normally take about 35 minutes to get here from Gwinnett County. It took an hour and a half. I-85 looked like a horrible NASCAR crash. There were cars sprawled everywhere. So hopefully you're safe at home, getting ready for Turkey Day and enjoying some women's college basketball. They're going to get a foul on Camaria Rivera. She did bump with the body. That will be the 4th team foul on the Stormy Petrels. Next one will put LaGrange in the bonus, but there's only 31 and a half seconds left here in the first half. 30-26 the score. Again, a high 1-4 set. Very interesting. I've not seen this as an inbound set before. Battle going to kick it back out. Body sprawled everywhere, and a jumper up and good. Pure for Annika Mons. It's 30-28, and Oglethorpe should get the last shot here of the first half. Jessica Tanos going to bring it across. 6 on the shot clock. Backdoor cut. Gatanos has that one blocked out of bounds. She's saying she got pushed from behind. Ball blocked out of there by Emma Turner. 3.5 to go here in the first half. X, I think, was the play we just called. Melton gets it. She's going to have it roll around and in right before the end of the half, and that is exactly what you want. If you're Alex Ritchie, you called the play. He Bonds and Smith. 2 teams, 4-1. See who can battle through here and come up with their 5th win of the season and get ready for a good Thanksgiving break. Ball right underneath the Johnson. That's going to trickle off the rim, and Gabby Hudson going to sky for the rebound. And Oglethorpe on the push. Hoffman with an open 3 from the corner. Back rim, no good. Hudson grabs that one. Rivera out to Havica. Mia going to drive in. Kick it to Camaria. Camaria coming up short again. 1 for 10 from the floor for Camaria. And LaGrange going the other way. Battle controlling it up top. Still this 2-3 matchup zone that really perplex LaGrange. Here in that second quarter, Battle going to drive in, and she's going to draw a foul. Going to call the foul, I believe, on Camaria Rivera. Free throws coming. Battle had 5 points in the first half, 2 of 7 from the field. It's her first free throw attempt up and good, and it's 32-29. Rivera right now, 1 of 10 from the floor, just un-Rivera-like. Second free throw, no good. Great box out there by Malia Melton. 2 fouls right now on Camaria as well. Hudson going to drive in, and she's going to draw a foul underneath. That one on Amanda McClendon. Gabby is so quick with the basketball. When she gets going downhill, you better find a way to get in her way, or she is going to get all the way to the front of the rim, and did just that. First free throw for Hudson. Going to go off the back rim. First half saw neither team shoot the ball particularly well. 37% from the floor for LaGrange, just 27% for Oglethorpe. Second free throw up and good. 2 for 13 from downtown from LaGrange and 2 for 14 for Oglethorpe. Free throws, LaGrange was 1 of 6. Oglethorpe, how they have the lead, 7 for 11 from the foul line. So a very even game. A couple of lead changes, 5 total. Rebounds right now in favor of LaGrange, 22-14. Ball's going to be taken underneath and just roll around and out. And I'm not sure what they're calling here. Looks like we're going to get a foul on, I guess it's on Mia Havica. 4 on Oglethorpe, going to be called for the foul with a push. Side out of bounds, or baseline out of bounds. Battle going to look underneath. Hudson tight ropes on the steal, and now it's a 3-on-1 break. Havica pushing, giving it up to Rivera. Camaria going to get that one to go. And the LaGrange coach screaming, wanting a travel. A 35-29 lead for Oglethorpe. Two-three zone, foul line jumper going to rim out. No good that time for Zahia Johnson. But that rebound going to be taken and missed by Amanda McClendon, and they're going to get a foul on the floor. McClendon got whacked across the nose. Hope she's okay. Call that on Gabby Hudson. Gabby definitely got her money's worth on that foul. They were battling for the rebound, and Gabby just kind of whacked her across the head. Unintentional, of course. But McClendon got the worst of that one. 3 ball going to go on the way. That's going to go off the back iron and no good for for Brittany Chavez. And Gabby going to bring it across on the hop. Melton going to put this one on the floor, and they're going to call an offensive foul. I'm not sure about that one. And Malia Melton not happy at all. McClendon was still sort of moving to get in front. Melton going to be called for the foul. That is the 4th team foul already on the Stormy Petrels with 7:47 to go here in the 3rd period. Something to watch for. 5th foul gets you in the bonus. Chavez 3 ball. That's going to come up short. Rebound tip back to Mia Havica. Mia going to push it, finding Gabby Hudson, who gets it in the corner to Allison Hoffman. Underneath, Kamaria Rivera with the left hand, and that's back-to-back baskets for Kamaria, and the biggest lead of the game at 37-29 for Oglethorpe. And that's immediately slashed as Zakia Johnson just goes flying through. Kamaria Rivera tried to draw the charge. They're going to go right back the other way. We're going to get a foul on the floor on number 22, Taylor Smith. Quick push by Allison Hoffman to get it underneath to Rivera, but Johnson the other way. My goodness, she is a blur with the ball in her hand. Rivera tried to get in the way, and she just sidestepped her with a little Euro step for the lay-in, and it's 37-31. Oglethorpe going to inbound immediately to Rivera, and she turns around and hits it. And I'm going to tell you, if you're a Panther fan, this is not what you want to see. Kamaria Rivera, who was one of the best in the country a year ago, down on the block. Johnson comes back the other way, front on rebound, and she's going to get the hoop in the harm. Stick-to-itiveness, front rim the jump shot. They always tell you follow your shot. She did just that. And a mass substitution here. You're going to get Kanza, Gatanos, and Elder in for Hudson, Havica, and Hoffman. 39-33, Johnson single-handedly keeping LaGrange in the game. She's now got 14. It's the reason she averages 20 a game. She is quick with the ball, and you can see the skills. Free throw up and good. Elizabeth Lewick going to sub in for Malia Melton. (39-34). Now LaGrange going to go with some, looks like some man-to-man pressure here. Kanza going to inbound, and she inbounds it directly to Chavez, who misses the layup. Lewick battling for it. That's going to be taken away by McClendon. Looks like a Plinko game going on right now with the ball. Johnson going to get it. She's going to drive in, and that layup's going to go off the rim and no good. Elder comes away with it, and Kanza now going to go the other way. Gatanos has it, and I'm trying to find Kamaria Rivera at all costs. They've got her right now at the foul line. She's going to turn and face, dribble in with the left hand, up and under move and good. And I told you, when Kamaria gets rolling, and she has now made 4 straight baskets, the defense is in a lot of trouble. Lewick tried to get the trap, and that layup going to roll off and no good, and Rivera snatches the rebound out of there. Kanza going the other way. Anna going to bring it across with the left hand, little hesitation dribble, and had that one stripped away by Skylar Edwards. Substitution now coming in, Grace Bryson, 5'9" freshman forward out of Bogart, Georgia, north of Coney High School. Bogart, you say that the right way. I let my Florida accent come in, kind of shorten the word. Little side box set here for Oglethorpe. Elder looking to get it underneath to Rivera. They have quadruple teamed her. Lewick with the jumper. That's going to be off the mark. No good. Kamaria says, don't worry about it. I got it. Lewick, Johnny on the spot, misses the layup. Kanza now with the left hand. She misses the layup. And the ball's going to trickle out of bounds. That was 4 point-blank shots for Oglethorpe. But you love to see the women battling underneath, trying to grab rebounds. Substitution now coming back in, Emma Turner. Brittany Chavez going to check out. They're going to go right back to Rivera, who goes over the right shoulder, misses that one, no good. And that rebound snatched out of there by Layla Battle, who's going coast to coast. She's going to kick it across Turner with the 3 ball. That's going to be off the mark, no good. And Jessica Tanos flying in for the rebound. Helter-skelter pace here in the third period. Both teams picking up defensively. Turner not real happy with Gaetano, saying she's pushing off. Elder, you might want to watch her because she can really knock down a 3-point shot. Gaetanos with the jab step. Oh, got the defender back, and she's going to get fouled on the 3-point shot. The rocker step, the jab step, got the defender and Emma Turner to kind of fall back and then launch the 3, and Turner trying to battle back into position, hit her right in the chest. Gaetanos sold that one. I believe she's going to be rewarded with 3 free throws. Free throw up and good. It's the one time I'll be cheering for Jess's college football team this weekend as the Gators take on the Seminoles. I think we could all agree we don't want to see Florida State in the playoff. Second free throw up and good. Jess and her family from Florida. Big Florida Gator fans. That's the first thing she told me when she met me. She saw the Miami tattoos and she goes, I'm a Gator. I said, I'm not going to hold that against you because I like the way you play basketball. And we're all Gators this weekend. Jess looking for 3 of 3 from the line. It's 43-34 Oglethorpe with the lead. Third free throw up and good. They've outscored LaGrange now 12-6 here in the third period. 29-19 over the last 2 periods after an even first. And again, this 2-2-1 pressure really is getting LaGrange to play at the pace that Oglethorpe wants. Slowed down. Took him 9 seconds to get the ball across half court. Johnson dribble in, contested by Rivera, no problem. Johnson now up to 17. 17 of the 36 for the Panthers. Carly Bell has checked back in. Rivera's got it at the 3-point line. She's going to head fake, dribble in, pump fake, and have that one roll around and in. And I told you, Kamaria, when she gets going, is as good as anybody in this conference, as good as anybody in Division III, scoring down around the basket. Johnson going to miss. It's not going to be any good. And Elder comes up with a rebound. She's going to be fouled on the rebound by Grace Bryson. That'll be the 4th team foul on the Panthers. Both teams now with Oglethorpe with 5, so they're over the limit. And we'll get a timeout on the floor. We'll take one with them. Oglethorpe 46, LaGrange 36. We'll be back after this on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. Back on the Oglethorpe Sports Network, 4:23 to play here in the third period. Oglethorpe now out to a 46-36 lead. They'll have the ball. Gaetanos, Bell, Kanza, Rivera, and Elder. Kanza with a 3. That's going to be up off the backboard. Rivera gets it, goes up with the left hand. She's going to miss that one off the backboard. And no good. Battle driving in. She's going to flip one up. No good. Rebound taken and laid up and in. Good job there by Skylar Edwards to come up with a rebound, play that one off the backboard, and cut the deficit now to 8. Bell wide open 3. That's going to be just off the back rim and no good. Running the other way, Emma Turner. She's going to Euro step. Thought she got fouled. Yelling at the official. Did not get the call. I don't say I disagree with her. Bell with the hezzy. Underneath to Rivera. What a pass from Carly Bell with the wraparound. Kamaria Rivera comes up with the catch and lays it up and in. And suddenly Kamaria leads the team in scoring at 14. She was 1 of 10 in the first half. And Johnson fouled going in this time by Gatanos. Rivera was 1 of 10 in the first half. Really struggling. She's now 7 of 19. So she is 6 of her last 9 from the floor. Got to love the fact that they're not afraid to give her the ball. She's also got 9 rebounds. Allison Hoffman, Mia Havika going to check back in. Anna Kanza going to check out. Also sitting down is Jessica Tanos. Johnson's free throw off the front rim. She's 8 of 16 from the floor for 17 points, also with 6 rebounds, 5 of them on the offensive glass. Second free throw up, and that's going to go rattle around and in, and it's 48-39. And some backcourt pressure. Emma Turner picking up Allison Hoffman. Is going to take her time and bring it across. Havika with the ball. Bell with it now at the three-point line. They have Rivera pop out. Elder head fakes. Looks underneath. Rivera has that one blocked from behind. Goes for the second time. Picks it up. Havika. Rivera down on the floor. And I'm not sure what they're going to call here. They're going to get a timeout. Alex Ritchie saw Kamaria trying to get the ball out of there 2 times. It got knocked back to her. And a timeout on the floor. 2:46 to go here in the third period. We'll stay here on a 30-second timeout. Get you caught up. What's going on around the game? Oglethorpe's field goal percentage picking up as they're now up to 31%. Neither team can make a three. They're both 2 out of 16 from downtown. Just 12.5% for both teams. LaGrange, the field goal percentage now down to 32.7. Rebounds in favor, total rebounds in favor of LaGrange, 42-39. Kind of game back and forth. Oglethorpe's had the lead now for about 15 and a half minutes. LaGrange for 8:38. Biggest lead has been 10 for Oglethorpe and just 7 for LaGrange. The turnovers is actually what's really killed LaGrange. 18 turnovers to just 10. Elsewhere, this game is just pretty much dead even. 18 points off turnovers to 8 for LaGrange. And again, that's where you have a 10-point lead. So even game outside of the turnover differential. LaGrange going to trot back out. Looks like number 1, Emma Turner. Number 11, Zahia Johnson. Number 12, Layla Battle. Underneath, they've got number 23, Skylar Edwards, and number 22, Swift. And we're going to get a great inbound play. Kamaria Rivera gets it, lays it off the window, and gets the foul as well. I promise I had a talk with Terrence Melton, Malia's dad, at halftime, and he said, man, if we get Kamaria going in the second half, he's almost like a prophet right now. Rivera's free throw up and good, and the biggest lead of the game for the Stormy Petrels, 51-39. Still 2-2-1 pressure. Johnson got away with a travel. Not sure what happened there. She took about 4 steps. I guess they were saying the ball was knocked away and not called. Either way, she drives in and lays it up for her 20th point of the game. They're going to go right back to Rivera, who's fouled. Turner tried to get underneath and draw the charge, clearly in the restricted area. I like the spunk, though, of Emma Turner. 5'5" guard out of Dallas, Georgia. Went to Coahuila Creek High School. She's a fighter under there, I'll tell you that much. She's pressing. She's politicking. She's just playing some hard basketball. You can hear her say, the official saying you were underneath the goal, and that is a correct call. She was. They have that yellow circle down there, the restricted area. If you're a defender trying to take a charge, your feet have to be outside of that. Rivera going to get both free throws, 53-41. Oglethorpe going to drop back a little bit more 2-3 zone as Johnson was really getting the ball, and once she passed, she was out of there. Turner for 3. That's going to be up and good. And they're going to call a delay of game warning on LaGrange as the ball was thrown back to the back line. 53-44, 9-point lead. 2:03 to go here in the third period. Havica with the ball. Back to Hoffman. Gets it under to Rivera. They are double and triple teaming. And guess what? LaGrange is over the foul limit, so every time they foul Kamaria Rivera, she just walks back to the foul line. Kamaria right now on the day, 3 of 3 from the line. And that one bounces around and in. On the season, she was just shooting 59% from the foul line. Misses the second one. There's the announcer jinx, but Mia Havica flies in to get the rebound. And we're going to get a foul out around the dotted line for the volleyball. Emma Turner just came up and whacked Mia Havica. And Mia will be rewarded now with a couple of free throws. Hudson going to sub back in for Carly Bell. Turner going to come out of the game. Kendra Roberts going to check in. Havica, one of the best shooters on the team. And again, the second announcer's jinx in a row, was perfect on the year for free throws at 2 of 2 and misses her first of the year. Mia's second one up and good. Havica going to check out. Kanza going to check back in. 55-44, a minute 51 to go here in the third period. Two-three zone, 3 on the way from Johnson, going to be off the mark. Rivera snatches the rebound. That's a double-double for Kamaria. She looks ahead to Elder, who gets it ahead to Hoffman. Hoffman going to pull it back out. They find Rivera on that foul line extended, and that ball's going to be ripped away from her. Good steal by Kendra Roberts, getting it ahead to Zahia. And Zahia Johnson going to lay it in again, 55-46. Johnson keeping them in the game. Gabby going to drive in, and she's going to be fouled. And the LaGrange faithful is getting restless with the official on the baseline. Foul called on 22, Taylor Smith. And Gabby Hudson going to go to the line to shoot free throws. Gabby on the year shooting at 62.5%. Knocks that one in for a 10-point lead. Second free throw. And that one's going to rattle in as well. Oglethorpe up 57-46. Checking back in for LaGrange, Brittany Chavez, 5'7" guard out of Birmingham, Alabama. Johnson going to check out, and immediately when Johnson checked out, Coach Ritchie went right back to 2-2-1. He had backed off into the 2-3. Johnson was just attacking in the gaps. And we're going to get a foul called the other way. Layla Battle drives in. They're going to call Kamaria Rivera for the foul. I believe that's her third. Both teams long since in the bonus. And again, that means 2 free throws. First free throw for Battle off the back rim. LaGrange shooting just 30% from the foul line today. 3 out of 10, now 3 out of 11. Rivera just skies in and goes, that's my ball. Havica with it, kicks it ahead to Hudson, who's going to slow it down. 48 seconds. Coach Ritchie barking out instructions, wants them to reset the offense with 18 on the shot clock, 42 on the game clock. They've got Rivera doubled. Kamaria with the drop step up and in. Kamaria Rivera, the takeover in the third quarter is real. Kamaria now up to 22 points. Again, she was 1 of 10 from the field in the first half, and just no fears. A lot of really close shots that she normally makes. Floater going to be no good. Rebound no good. 16 seconds to go here in the first half. Kanza with it, looking ahead. Hoffman now going to get it across. 10 seconds. And they're going to get it right back to Kamaria Rivera. Lays it up and in. My goodness, a 29-point third quarter for Oglethorpe. And the quarter's going to come to an end. A quarter that was absolutely dominated by Camaria Rivera. Rivera leads them to a 61-46 third period lead. We'll take a break. We'll come back after this on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. Back here on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. Oglethorpe 61-46. Camaria Rivera in the third quarter alone went 9 of 14 from the field. You want to talk feeding your big dog. Oglethorpe did just that. The counter right now for LaGrange is going to be Bobby Whitaker, 6'2", checking into the game. Havica from downtown. That one I think was partially blocked by Brittany Chavez. And LaGrange turns it right back over. Whitaker again, 6'2", out of Flowery Branch, Georgia, Cherokee Bluff High School. She's going to be tasked now with guarding Camaria Rivera, who is just absolutely on fire. Hudson going to get it on the block and miss, and rebound taken out of there by Layla Battle, who's going to push ahead. Chavez partially rejected by Rivera. We're going to get a jump ball scenario as Whitaker comes back in and snatched that one out of the hands of Mia Havica. Jump ball, possession arrow going to LaGrange. Ball going to be inbounded. Chavez, three ball on the way and good. And just a weird 1-4, really high set that LaGrange is employing on the out-of-bounds play. Havica bringing it across, 61-49. Got to be solid with the ball. Melton now in. Hudson being hounded up top. Havica with it. Hoffman going to come down the lane. She gets whacked, no call. Whitaker goes to the ground, and Hoffman comes up with the lay-in and good. 63-49. A little more size at the top of the key with Hoffman now at 5'10". Chavez thought about it, sidesteps, three on the way. That one's going to be off the mark. Rebound taken by Camaria Rivera. And she's going to be fouled underneath by Amanda McClendon. Rivera having one of those games that you look back and go, my goodness. 24 points, 14 rebounds, 7 of them on the offensive glass. And LaGrange now going to go full court, man-to-man pressure. Elder going to inbound. She's going to find the outlet in Rivera. Why not? She'll get it across to Malia Melton, and now it's a 2-on-1 break. Havica almost loses that one and then does lose it. Stolen by Kendra Roberts. Brittany Chavez going to bring it back across the other way. And that's going to be ripped and stolen by Gatanos and then taken back by Battle. Battle driving in. They're going to call a foul on Rivera, and that's a big one. I want to say that is the 4th foul on Camaria. It is a little bit of danger time for Oglethorpe. Hudson going to sub back in for Rivera. Zahia Johnson going to sub back in for LaGrange. Johnson's got 22 on 10 of 19 from the field. Free throws coming for Battle. Again, the free throw situation for LaGrange is really going to be one they look back at. They're now 3 of 12 from the foul line in a 14-point game. Got a high five from a little LaGrange fan. I don't mind that. Youngster's got a nice full head of hair that I wish I had. 63-50. LaGrange again going full court pressure. Hudson going to inbound. And she's going to go deep for Gitanos. Gitanos loses it. Elder saves it. And now Oglethorpe going to reset. Hudson going to look under. Elder coming to the top of the key. Good motion set going here. And the motion's always good because you're going to pass and then screen away. Pass and then screen away. And Hudson's going to travel with the ball. And they're going to go back 2-2-1. Not as much size on the floor for Oglethorpe. Melton basically going to play the center position. Gitanos, Havica, Hudson, Elder, and Melton. They're going to try to trap Johnson here. Good luck with that. I'm going to talk about a blur. Shot up and no good. Zahia Johnson with a rebound and a putback. And that's what you got to find. You've got to find a way to put a body on number 11. Good of a player as we've seen here at Pinholster Court in a long time from an opposition. And it's 63-52. Oglethorpe going to probably have to figure out how to do things here for the next couple of minutes without Kamaria Rivera and a turnover. And we're going to get a timeout. Alex Ritchie not happy at all. Actually, he's just going to do a substitution. Allison Hoffman going to check in. 63-52. All going to be taken across. Johnson, again, just drives in, and Melton, not going to say wisely, but stopped the layup. Looked like Joseph Martinez from his time here at Atlanta United just with a kick save. Brad Guzan would like that one. 6:57 to go. Both teams have one team foul. LaGrange again with this strange 1-4 high set, and they get Johnson a wide open three, and she knocks it in. And this set is really on out-of-bounds play, giving Oglethorpe trouble. Elder now going to drive in, flip a shot up, and she's going to be fouled. Fouled by Johnson. The 14-point lead is now down to 8. Briley Elder going to go on the line, shoot a couple of free throws. Elder on the year 6 of 7 from the foul line, 85%. First free throw up and very pure. Be interested to see here, and they've already, Coach Ritchie's already told Hoffman, go find Johnson. Second free throw, pure. If there's somebody you want on the foul line, a 30-second timeout right now for Alex Ritchie. We'll take one with him here on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. Back on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. Here we are, 65-55, 6:44 to go here in the ball game. Emma Turner bringing it across, and Oglethorpe still in they have gone man-to-man for the first time in about 2 quarters and immediately come up with a steal. Hoffman cut into the passing lane and then dribbled it out of bounds. Havica being tasked now with guarding Zahia Johnson. Ball going to be inbounded into the corner. Taking that shot underneath and off the front rim and no good. It's going to be Kendra Roberts. She got the look she wanted, just short on the ball. And Oglethorpe in no hurry now with Rivera on the bench. A lot more motion to the offense. Melton going to get it, drive down in. She's going to find Elder. That's who you want, shooting threes, and that's money ball from the corner. You want to talk about somebody who can flat out knock it down from the three-point line. Briley Elder came into tonight 14 of 26 from the three-point line, shooting 53%. I had a chance to watch their practice, and she is just absolutely pure. And that was string music, and now an inbound play. And Gabby Hudson threw it to the bench. Nobody in particular. I'm not sure what happened, how they ended up with the ball again. I thought there was going to be a timeout. I think there was a backcourt violation where the inbounder stepped inbounds, and now Oglethorpe going to stay man-to-man. And Havica is literally face guarding Johnson. I think they'll live with anybody else on the floor scoring, and they did exactly that. Annika Bonds right down Broadway for a layup, and it's 68-57. You don't want it to be that easy, but Havica, I think they have told her point blank, do not let Johnson do anything. Melton going to drive in, spin back over the left shoulder and up and in. Malia's in her bag today, as the kids like to say. She lays that one in with the left hand. Turner with a great pass to Bonds. Bonds going to take about a 17-footer. That one's going to be no good. Turner comes up with the offensive rebound. 3-ball on the way from Battle, going to hit back rim and no good. And we're going to get a foul on Allison Hoffman. She backed underneath. Emma Turner, they were fighting for position, and Hoffman sort of backed underneath. Kanza going to check in now for Mia Havica. Oh, no, for Mia is who Coach Ritchie, you can hear Coach Ritchie screaming Mia. So Kanza now going to be tasked with guarding Zahia Johnson. Johnson 12 of 21 from the floor for 27 points. Good job by Malia's fronting the post, and that's going to cause a turnover. Turner was looking underneath for Taylor Smith, who's got about a 6-inch size advantage over Malia Melton. Malia did a good job fronting the post, fighting, and you can see she's gassed right now, kind of bent over at half court. They're going to get that one across to Hoffman. 70-57 Oglethorpe. Malia with the ball on the side wing action, and Hoffman going to reset it, being hounded right now by Brittany Chavez. Kanza over in the corner. Melton going to drive in. That one's back out to Elder. They're not leaving Elder right now. Elder going to drive across. Hoffman, one more pass. Kanza, 3, and that one's partially. Great defense by Emma Turner to come up with a block. Look at Kanza picking up Johnson. I mean, she is face guarded. She's not even looking at anybody else. Emma Turner with a 3, and it's good. Now, when you play this style of defense, you've got to make sure that the other 4 defenders don't go away. Hoffman going to go in, miss the layup. Kanza flying in. And that one's going to be knocked out of bounds, and are they going to call a foul? I believe they are. Foul on number 22, Taylor Smith. 4 minutes to go, a 10-point Stormy Petrels lead, 70-60. Gaetano's going to check back in. Also subbing back in Grace Bryson. So not as much size. Bryson just 5'9", subbing out with Smith at 6'3". So we now got the 6 and under lead going on. Kanza with 2 free throws. Huge free throws to try to stop a run here. First one up and good. Anna on the year just shooting 63% from the foul line. Second one, and that rolls around and in. and a 12-point lead for the Stormy Petrels. Turner going to dribble inside, kick it back out, 3-ball on the way, and that one's going to hit front rim and no good. And Turner, it's going to be the third foul on the Stormy Petrels. Gabby Hudson comes up with the foul. Ball's going to be taken up, and we're going to get another foul. This one on Malia Melton. Layla Battle going to go to the line. (72-60), 3:36 to play. Battle's free throw up, and that one rolls around and out. Story of this game is literally going to be simple. LaGrange is going to go home and probably spend about 2 hours at the foul line just working on free throws. 4 of 14 from the foul line. Oglethorpe 21 of 27. Second one up and good. .336 to go. Hoffman going to bring it across. And now they're going to jump press right around half court. Rivera back in. She's going to go to the corner. Elder from downtown. Money ball. Corner pocket. Briley Elder. That's the wrong person to double off of in a 75-61 lead, the biggest of the game for Oglethorpe. Elder's hit 2 threes in a row, and I don't think either one of them have touched the rim. Kanza now on the push. Elder cannot handle the kick-ahead pass. Coach Ritchie's going, slow down. It's 3 minutes to go, and you have a 14-point lead. The way Briley Elder shoots the ball in conference play is going to be really, really dangerous. We'll be back next Tuesday, I believe our first men's home game. Coach Ponder's team has done the magical mystery tour out to Portland. They've been to Montgomery, Alabama. That layup up and good from Emma Turner. You're going to have to play better defense than that. You cannot allow them to have a layup, and that ball is going to be turned over. Hoffman again. This is twice. Coach Ritchie not happy. He's got the ball in his hand, and he wants to talk with anybody that'll talk to him. Now the official going to grab the ball. 75-63, 2:47 to go. Chavez, 3-ball on the way and good. Brittany Chavez with a 3 in the lead, down to 9. Back-to-back turnovers, and then a layup and a 3, and a 14-point lead goes to 9 in 26 seconds. We'll take a timeout on the floor with them. Oglethorpe with a lead, 75-66, 2:34 to go here on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. Back on the Oglethorpe Sports Network, it's 75-66, 2:34 to go. Hoffman, Rivera, Melton, Havica, and Elder on the floor. LaGrange going full court pressure, not where you want to inbound it if you're Briley Elder, and she's going to get rewarded with a foul. That's the 4th team foul for LaGrange. Oglethorpe already in the bonus Next foul, Oglethorpe shoots free throws. Inbounded to Hoffman, kick all the way ahead to Havica, and Coach Ritchie saying, get out of the corner and let's slow this down. And Mia does exactly that and going to get it back up top. 21 on the shot clock, and now you're going to want to work this some. Rivera, who had one of the great third quarters here at Pinholster Court. Elder going to drive in, kick that one to Havica. 7 on the shot clock. Hoffman, foul line jumper, misses that one, no good. Rebound taken by Edwards. Turner pushing it. That one's going to be driven up and in and no good. Rebound by Havica. Elder now on a 4-on-3 break. Nope. Coach Ritchie's telling her, slow it down, slow it down. He's got 2 hands up, stop sign with 1:43 to go. Saying, look, let's make him foul. Rivera's got it. Back to Melton. Melton going to drive in. Kicks it out to Elder. Foul line to Rivera. That layup's going to be up and good. Great motion offense, and that might have been the dagger to put this one away. 11-point lead for Oglethorpe. And they're going to give up a point. As soon as I say the dagger, in 5 seconds, they give up a layup to Layla Battle, and it's 77-68. Now a turnover. Emma Turner comes up with a steal. Turner from downtown. She's going to miss that one, and Hoffman going to come up with a rebound. Throw that one to Havica. Havica back to Hoffman, and that's going to be turned over again. And we're going to have a layup up and good for Annika Bonds, and now 77-70 with 48 seconds to play. Oglethorpe's just got to hold on to the ball, and they'll be okay. We'll take a timeout with them on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. Back on the Oglethorpe Sports Network, 48-2 to play, and we're going to get another timeout. Coach Ritchie saw that LaGrange was going full court pressure, and I could see him. I'm listening to what he's saying right now. He said, we don't have to shoot, and he's correct. LaGrange is going to – the only thing you have to do is get the ball into the front court and avoid a 10 or a 5-second violation. We'll reset where we're at. It's 77-70 with 48.2 to play. Both teams in the bonus. Oglethorpe has been outscored by 8, 24-16 here in the fourth period. A lot of it has to do with sloppy ball handling, and they're actually going to advance the ball. One of the rules I don't like in the NBA, and I don't particularly care for it in women's college basketball either, but this time it goes to Oglethorpe's advantage. Hoffman going to get it. LaGrange going to come to trap. They're going to get it under to Rivera, and she's going to lay it in. And that's the problem when you jump trap in the backcourt, and there's somebody as skilled as Camario Rivera who just cuts to the basket. She puts them up 9. 36 seconds left. Turner with a 3. That one's going to be good. Emma Turner is not missing right now, and it's a 6-point ball game. Konza with the ball. Gets it to Rivera across to Havica. Havica going to bring it back, and she's going to be fouled and go to the free throw line. Mia stepping to the line with a chance to put this into a 3-possession game. First free throw up and good. 80-73 the score. Second free throw up. That one also good. We're going to go 2-2-1. Gabby Hudson going to sub back in, and this is going to be more just to not allow LaGrange to get a running start at a three-pointer. Up 8. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. We'll take one with them here on the Oglethorpe Sports Network. Back on the Oglethorpe Sports Network, 25.8 to go. Oglethorpe 81-73. Side out of bounds. Johnson going to trigger this one inbound. Looking for Turner. Turner, don't back off of her. She misses a three. Melton going to come up with a rebound, and she's going to be fouled underneath by number 3, Brittany Chavez. 20.7 to go. Malia's had a really good game for Oglethorpe. 7 for 11 from the field, 15 points, 4 rebounds, a couple of assists. Kamaria Rivera now 12 of 26 for 28 points with 14 rebounds. Free throw for Malia up and good. Barring a complete collapse, Oglethorpe is going to improve to 5-1 and head to the Thanksgiving break feeling really good about themselves. Second free throw, no good. Zahia Johnson going to pick it out. You got to pick her up and don't let her get ahead of steam. She's going to shoot a three, and that one's partially blocked. Oh, and really a bad collision underneath. Melton looks like she's okay. Want to check on Brittany Chavez, who may have taken the worst of that one. Her and Malia were both going for the ball. Not sure what the call is going to be. I think they're just going to call it ball out of bounds. Elder going to check back in for Hudson. A little bit better free throw shooter with a 9-point lead and 13 seconds left. Rebound good for Melton. She's going to have that one knocked away underneath. She's going to hold on to the ball. We're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow going to go to Oglethorpe. 4.2 on the clock. Havica, Carly Bell going to check in. Malia Melton with a nice round of applause. Anna Kanza going to check out as well. And Oglethorpe, see if there's any foul. I think LaGrange's coach is saying, nope, that's it. If they get it inbounds, game's over. And that's going to do it. They're going to trap in the backcourt. Elder kind of going to go to a knee, and Carly Bell going to hold it. And your Stormy Petrels are going to head to Thanksgiving